Good afternoon from sunny old England. There's a little bit of something there. So this is the boxing or unboxing I've been waiting to do for ages. And I guess poor Joe from XLTOFFROADBEAR has as well. Joe can only apologise. We'll crack on with that in a minute. This portion's for Johnny Roman, Hensley, Opa to a degree. But mostly Big Charlie's Model Garage. I can't build the fine models I used to from the age of 6 upwards, really. Me and my brother used to go to a place called the Dolls Hospital every Saturday morning and spend our pocket money on a model kit each, and then we'd come home and just spend hours helping each other along and learning, if you like. But having watched Big Charlie's Model Garage for a couple of years now, I find his work inspirational on these big articulated lorries. This one, the missus has bought me in advance of my birthday next month, which is an Italian kit from Italy. Freightliner FDL or FLD 120 special. And Charlie, you asked what scale it was? 1/24, so it's big. About 32 to 36 inches long, so it's going to be a monster truck. We'll bring this in. I'm still suffering from very poorly camera tripod scenarios, and my new tripod arrives tomorrow, and then I can say goodbye to this one and toss it in the bleeding rubbish. And good riddance. God, it's been a love-hate relationship. I absolutely despair at times. Excuse me. So this is what we're going with, and I'm gonna try my best to actually do this livery as a tribute to my American trucking friends and American friends in general. We've got the eagle there. If that symbolises freedom anymore, then it's a crooked eagle. I'm sorry to say, we all know what's going on now, surely to God. And I've just heard that Ukraine, if you thought the war wasn't staged and you keep watching your mainstream media, then I'm afraid you don't know anything. But without getting into the real whys and wherefores, this is the softest war in history. Basically, it's just announced that Ukraine's going to be the first digitalized country in the world where there'll be no money, just digital currency. They are going full ID scheme. So basically you've got new Ukrainian China. And I think this is part of the reason why Putin wants his people out there, because he don't want no part of the New World Order. And rightly so. I'm sorry, but the old pantomime baddie isn't bad as you're led to believe. I know 3 good reasons why it looks like he's staged a war, but you have to understand these border skirmishes have been going on the last 14 years and nobody gave a shit. Now it's the main focus while they're taking your attention off COVID, which will be back later on in the year, I can assure you of that one. But I say they're going full ID, full digital currency, everything's online banking, where they can, as you've seen a la Trudeau style, they can seize your bank account, and if you don't do as they tell you, that little finger will be hovering over the button to cancel you. If you don't believe me, just time reveals everything about everybody. But I was on this and I've tried giving you tips and warnings over the last 2 years of that this is the implementation of everything through a really piss poor watered down excuse. Anyway, sit back and watch the fireworks. So, Big Charlie, this is inspirational and you're the reason for it. So I'm going to do this and keep it as a show truck. It's not going to be a working truck. this would be the sort that goes around truck fests in England and Europe and tries to win prizes for its beauty. Got all the chrome work and everything, so I'm looking forward to doing that. Anyways, cracking on. Apologise if you don't like me politics, but there's people who are awake and people who are firmly asleep, and it's the asleep that is going to cost the rest of us freedoms. I'm sorry to say it. Time reveals everything about everyone, and I'm not a virtue signaller. I'm sorry, I can't do it. I judge people by deeds and actions, not by empty hollow words that don't solve anything. And at the end of the day, people, we're all birds of a feather, and none of us ever started a war. None of us ever released COVID into the atmosphere. We're just dragged along in life on this ride, poked and prodded, and you're not allowed to be left alone nowadays. But anyway, let's talk cars. This is a very happy day because XLT Off-Road Bear has sent me another cracking package. This box is the size of a bloody Star Destroyer, and it's got its own gravitational pull again. So I'm going to raise a Diet Pepsi. Wish you all the best of health. Say cheers. And remember, guys, no sugar. Sugar's the most toxic substance on the planet, and you're allowed it as much as you want. Keep healthy, people. Keep healthy. All the best to Diecast Clown as well, and Oprah. And I hope things are going great. So, like to give a shout out to Big Dappuccino. Met him through Joe. He's turned into a lovely fella who I enjoy conversing with nowadays. So if you can pop along and give Big Dappuccino a subscription, help grow his channel on, it's well worthwhile. He has got such a laid back, humble style. Really got into him. So, first out the box, and look what we've got here. M2 Studebaker. Excuse me. Now I'm putting together a pack and stack of Plano case, and it's going to be solely filled with 24 M2 auto drivers. Joe's bestowed their virtues upon me. Look at the fine detail. Now these are M2 without the M2 price, and the reason for that is they don't have opening parts, which is good because I've heard nothing but bad things said about M2's opening part quality. So I find that bewildering because we rate M2 over here. It's one of the high plains drifters of the diecast world. To us, it's absolute heroic. But hey, I've got to take people that know these things better than me, and I take Joe at his word because he's a great, honest gentleman. And so I've started collecting M2 drivers, and the fact that you've sent me one and it's the first out of the box is just, well, it's meant to be, isn't it, I think. But yeah, beautiful old Studebaker. Indiana, USA. Not sure about the yellow tyres. How many cars are you seeing with yellow tyres on? But hey, anything goes. So yeah. Fantastic start, Joe. You've got me put back to rights there, sir. We're going to try a little bit of zoom on this rickety, and it don't want to zoom. It keeps defaulting. Let me see if I can just get into my settings on this. It's not going to let me. I can't believe it. Oh, my goodness. I didn't press the buttons hard because, as you can see, this bloody tripod is on his last legs. So we'll try and keep the stuff out of the way. Why won't you let me use in camera mode? No, it don't want to know. Really don't want to know. Oh well. Crack on. Poof. Goodness gracious me. And what fine brand is this? Airtle Collectibles. Well, Joe, this is my first ever Airtle. David Johns was a box full of first the last video, but there we go. This is a thing of beauty, and it looks like it's got some vintage to it. I shall check that in a minute. There we go. Airtle Collectibles. 1/64 scale die-cast metal, limited edition, American muscle. That's what we love in this house. And we've got a 1969 Mustang Mach 1. Is this from your personal treasure stash, Joe? Because you absolutely love the Mustangs, don't you? Or Muzzies, as we call them here. Great detail. Nice petrol filler caps. Beautiful Goodyear tyres, I think that is, and a lovely black plimsoll lining to indicators. Opening boot at the rear, that famous light cluster that tells you that's Mustang all day long. And we've got a lump of a couple of tones engines there. I'm wondering if there's a collector's card in here. We'll see if we can find some a year on here, but it's giving you all the engine capacities, and if you want to pause that, I'm stuck in a certain mode on my camera. We got 2000 copyright for the Airtle company, Iowa, made in China in everything, officially licensed product to the Ford Motor Company. As die-cast dude would say, that is what we like. So yeah, I can't see any other date on there. If you know better, then please tell me in the comments. But that's a 2000. But that, Jojo, is my first ever Airtle. So I'm absolutely thrilled to bits with that. Thrilled to bits with that. And what high quality is that? Right. So, again, I'm just reaching in these, so forgive me if it's a random nature. Got a lovely long carded 82 Dodge Rampage with, it looks like a motorcycle in the back there. I'm having to bring these extra close in. I'll just see if I can adjust my lighting to do so. That'll help. There we go, that's a beautiful casting. A little bit of plastic lens headlights, which looks part of the canopy. Nothing else. But that is a good solid casting, and I haven't got this one. So that's perfectly fine with me. On an American long card. Sweet. Right. There seems to be a cluster of these. Oh, Joe. Joe. So I'm a golf collector. An avid golf collector. I will do an update of my golf cases. But I've seen this one and I haven't been able to find it anywhere. But Joe's got it for me. Look at that. The Porsche 350 Outlaw in golf livery. Oh, this one's definitely getting cracked and going into my case. I've got a Plano case full of them and about another half on top of that as well. Incidentally, for people like Gary's Diecast who always go, you need to bring back the pack and stack of Plano, I will be doing. I'm just putting that down because that'll be going front and centre. I am so happy with that, Joe. I don't think you know what you've done there, or maybe you do, maybe you listen. But anyway, another American long card, Mustang funny car. I've got the whole array of Kiss, as in the rock band, their funny cars from Johnny Lightning, dragsters and what have you. This is a beauty. I'll let it do its own talking. I don't actually mind the Hot Wheels logos on this one, to be honest with you, and that's something I don't often hear myself saying. You know, we know the Hot Wheels, bit of self-advertising, not sure. But anyway, we keep building. And here we've got an Aston Martin 177. I've never seen this. I've never seen this at all. That's beautiful. I like the two-thirds split on the striping on the top. The wheels ain't the greatest, as we know. Nothing front, just a bit of a silver grille at the front there. But that is a beautiful shape. Thank you very much. We'll try and put him past the Dubai ambulance set. Oh, there we go. Let's move him out the way. That's a bit better. Right. 2020 Jaguar F-Type. Look at that grille. That is a meaty piece. Oh, we've got some beautiful details on the back there. All the light clusters. And we've got the details on the front, including a badge on that grille. So that is a no wonder it's a factory fresh. As Joe taught me something there on the factory fresh, I always put the details on to kind of get it going, and I think it might be the motor companies insisting that they do so to show them in the best light, and quite rightly so. So as good as the M2 and as extra good as the Airtel collectible is, Joe, this means something to me. It's very important casting. You know what it's like when you can't secure something and then out of the blue somebody just sends you it, like your good self. Brilliant. I think Joe mentioned this one, as did David Johns, and then I found a couple of short cards, so maybe this is the 4th casting of Moon Eyes I've got, but that's okay. I'm going to get back to customizing when my eyes are better and they're getting better at a rate and that. So I'm really looking forward to just tinkering with the little things that make me happy, and I know they make you happy. For those that have never tried customization, it's not the hardest thing in the world, and it's not the most expensive thing in the world. But then there's customizers like myself and restorers. I think I prefer to call myself a restorer. And then there's people that are really, really fantastic customizers, who I envy their skill and the patience, but mostly because, like I say, I just don't have the eyes to do it anymore. So I like doing sympathetic restorations in stock colours, you know. Oof. Oh, how beautiful. Right, just let me see if there's another piece or two here, because I think Joe's been gracious enough to send me the whole kit and caboodle. I would say so. So I don't think it matters if I show these in order or not, to be honest with you, but can my eyes even see this? This looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-piece Cadillac set, which we simply do not get in this country. And let's go in with a big heavy artillery, a Cadillac 1. Goodness me. Oh, look, it's fully specced out. Fully specced out. Good job, Matchbox. Oh, look at this. Get it out the glare. And look at the artwork. Oof. I love Cadillac. I do. We get a few over here at motor shows every now and again, you know, car days and that, and it's always a joy to see these absolutely massive legendary land yachts. I mean, I know I've heard some of you complaining about fuel in America hitting about $4 or $5 a gallon now, and I do believe that is outrageous. But to put it in comparison for you guys, the pound and the dollar is not too far apart, and hasn't been for quite some time, but you're paying the equivalent of 4 to 5 well, we'll convert it to pounds. You're paying about just over £4 a gallon. We're paying 7. Okay, that's 7 quid a gallon in places. That's atrocious, and 40% of that is to the bloody government. If you want to relieve people's fuel poverty, then drop your bloody excise duty, you greedy. I'm not saying no more. Boom. Boom. 1941 Cadillac Series 62 Convertible Coupe. Goodness me, look at how saucy that is. Chrome on a beautiful deep as the ocean blue, a complimentary tan interior. Once again, full details on the front and a little bit on the back, but that is, I love Matchbox when they do it like this. It's utter quality. Wow, what a thrill this is, Joe. What a thrill. 2015 Cadillac Escalade. Beautiful artwork, as all of these have. Detailed. I do like the grille. Yeah, there's some fine detail on the back there. Do I like this shape? 2015. It'll have moved on. I guess they'll have had a new model or two in this and made it a bit more aerodynamic, but that looks like a soap dish and not a beautiful thing for Cadillac, but it goes with a set, so that's just absolutely hunky-dory for me. All of these long card as well. So Cadillac CTS wagon, now that's what I'm talking about. That's curvy. Is this an SUV? I do like it. Oh, I do like it. Full details on the back. Full details on the front. I hope you've seen this well with my zoom not being in mode. That is gorgeous. That is absolutely gorgeous. So, there we go. Oh, look at that. 75 Eldorado convertible. The length of these things, how do you ever get them parked? They'd not be suitable for British roads. What do you reckon, Mick 67? These are all bloody land yachts, aren't they? They'd struggle on RB roads, I think. Don't know. We're born to it here, so we're used to driving it. Nice black interior. Nice chrome detailing. Back and front. Little Eldorado there. That's fantastic. And so when I put this final piece in this series, then we'll know. 55 Cadillac Fleetwood. This looks like an old Rover in England. It's a classic shape. It's got shades of Rat Black's car in there. Swept back elegance. But I can see a few cars in this casting, both British and American. But that to me is a timeless shape. Beautiful. And all the artwork on these cards, I don't think I'll be cracking any of these, you know. It's too precious. I know you get people that be going, it's up to each individual to find the way. And as you can see, the layers are already stacking up. Here's to you, Joe, and your sugar-free life. Right, what the heck's this? Oh, whoa. M2. What do you reckon to this one, Matt Black? Have you got this one? A pound says you have. 1955 Chevrolet Bel Air Gasser. That is a beauty. Oh, the quality. Absolutely smells as posh as anything. M2. I just love them. Again, I think it's because we don't really get access to many of them. But Modelmatic and Dear John of York, go with Moon. That's where I get my M2s from. And as soon as I've got 24 driver series, we'll be showing you individually and cracking them all and putting them in a Plano case, and that will be a fine display. It's got the lot. It's got the lot. Goodness me. How lucky am I? Okay. Again, these are as random as they come. We've got a Matchbox Moving Parts series. Certainly a Divco milk truck, of which I've got, but I haven't seen one of these in this country yet. I'm aware of it because I've seen some of my other friends and fine channels display this one. It looks like it's a self-advertising Matchbox delivery. Seeing closing there, see if you can read that. I'm struggling even with my glasses on, but sliding door, maybe. Don't know what moving part is. Oh yeah, it is. Oh no, it's the back doors come open. It usually tells you on there and shows you a diagram. And there it is, just below there. So thank you, Joe. I'm not saying I'm an avid collector of the Divco milk trucks, but I now have a couple and they do bring me some joy. So I'm all for that. That's a wonderful thing. Thank you. Oh, honestly, this box is massive. So I think Joe might have picked up the fact that I do or will be getting back to customizations, and he's got me a second one of this because he knows it's the only fantasy casting I really collect. I love a good bone shaker. I say I must have about 35-40 of them now. Just can't go wrong. Well, it's not even a fantasy casting anymore, is it, folks? Because we know that Hot Wheels have actually made a real life one. Now, I wonder, Joe, you asked me a question about an Hot Wheel Premium, that being a Doctor Strange Land Rover Defender 110 hard body. Is this the one that you wanted to know whether you'd sent me or not? I'm sure it was Doctor Strange. Maybe it was another van, I don't know, that you picked up. But this is the one you sent me, sir. And we know this is Hot Wheel Premium with real riders, metal on metal base. It is a weighty piece. MBK van, Combat Medic. No, I think this is the one you're on about. If it is, then here it is in all its finery. Love them wheels. Absolutely adore them wheels. Right. We just keep going. Goodness me, Joe. You make me feel very humble. Oh, goodness me. Hot Wheels Premium again, Coney. And it's only a Volkswagen T1 panel bus, and it's real riders, metal on metal. It's a weighty piece. Look at the finishing on that. This is when you get what you pay for. And there's the detailing on there, and that fine Coney logo that even if you don't know what to do, you know the logo. It's just ingrained in motoring. Crikey. Joe, there's not enough words, mate. There really ain't enough words, and dear oh dear, the quality just keeps coming. Now, I've just recently picked this up in red, but I don't think I managed to pick it up in black. So new for 2022, from the Factory Fresh series, Mercedes-Benz 500A. Mercedes is my chosen brand, that's what I drive. Mercedes. Mine's not as fine as this one though, mine's a C-class. But because it's Factory Fresh, we know it'll have detail front and back, and there we go. But yeah, I've just picked up the red version, so that's ironic that I've got a black version now. I missed that one, so that's great. Thank you very much. What are we at now? 29 minutes and, well, nearly. So, oh, Motormax. Is this fresh cherries? American Graffiti. Oh, this is my first as well. It's first one of these. I've got some old crappy castings of Motormax cheapy range, which they released in this country years ago. But there we go. That's an absolute treasure to me. Motormax American Graffiti Series 2. 1971 Ford Mustang Boss 351. Joe, you're getting me into these things, you know. There we go, Mikey Dyson. Again, sorry I ain't got my zoom set before I started filming. I don't want to do it all again. There we go. Ram here on the bonnet. That is beautiful. Lens headlights on the front there and a lovely grille with indicators mounted on it. American Graffiti on the rear quarter panel and detailed out in the front. If you want to pause it, then there's all the motors in this series. Ontario, California. Go the Canadian truckers. That's the only virtue signalling I'm doing. They are fighting for justice and getting crushed by the whip hand. And when I say my final two pieces are in here now. Let me see, how do we do this one? Okay. Right, my final two pieces are only two Matchbox 5 packs. So we've got an Audi at the top. We've got a Ford Fairlane. Let me get that light off. Here's your Audi. There's your Fairlane. That's a Ford. No. It's a Cadillac. Sorry. Cadillac CTS wagon. A Chevy wagon. That's a beautiful, beautiful thing. And what we got at the bottom here, Oldsmobile Vista Cruiser. I don't think I've got one of them. Wowzers. Great, because there's no fantasy castings in here. I bloody hate fantasy castings. Joe, you done me proud with this one, sir. There we go. We'll stick him in there. And last but not least, what's this one? The Blue Highway 2. Wow. Wow. So in there we've got an Austin Ely Roadster. Beautiful piece of British history there. We've got an Austin Ely Roadster. Never saw that in my childhood. I'm sure I didn't. This one, yes. This one I'm not sure about. No, what am I talking about?